Your live interactive coverage with CBS 13 and Fox 23 will begin shortly. Your live interactive coverage with CBS 13 and Fox 23 starts right now.
Good evening, and thanks for tuning in. I'm Owen Kingsley. This is our digital studio. This is Weekend Headlines. Thank you for coming in to check in on everything we are working on this weekend. We're going to get right into some of the things we are working on, including some news from Maine State Police that just came into our newsroom within the last hour. So let me bring up a quick window to give you a little bit of an idea. We have no video or anything we can share with you right now. But one man is dead, according to Maine State Police, after a police-involved shooting in the town of Chelsea. What I'm showing you here is the address of this home in Chelsea, according to Google, to give you a little idea of what we are talking about. So the Lincoln County Sheriff's Office and Maine State Police say they performed a search and arrest warrants for 28-year-old Frank Foss Jr. of Dresden. Police say those warrants included possession of a firearm by a prohibited person and bail violations in a domestic violence incident. The investigation led to a residence at 17 Hankerson Road in Chelsea. And for those who are just joining us, this is what shows up on Google when you look up 17 Hankerson Road in Chelsea, Maine. Just to give you an idea of the area that we are talking about. While searching the woods by the home, Maine State Police officials say that a state police tactical team member encountered Foss, who was allegedly pointing a handgun at him. Officials say that's when State Police Detective Scott Duff shot and killed Foss Jr. Detective Duff is on administrative leave, as is standard practice. The Attorney General's office is investigating the incident. This is news that just came into our newsroom a short while ago. We are still learning more information. I just wanted to give folks a little bit of an idea of where this happened and a little better understanding. Those are the latest details we have for you right now. We are continuing to follow this as this news is developing. Other developing news we've been following all weekend, that search for the 18-year-old lobster fisherman out of Hancock County, Maine, further up the coast. Coast Guard officials say that they have suspended that search. Coast Guard sector of northern New England says Tyler Michaud of Steuben went out on his lobster boat Friday morning and hasn't been heard from since. Officials say they found his lobster boat Top Gun at the Petit Manon bar Friday night. They say he was heading out Friday morning to work on a line of traps near Petit Manon in Pigeon Hill Bay, which is east of Bar Harbor and Mount Desert Island. Coast Guard officials say they spent about 40 hours searching the waters in that area, but were challenged by heavy fog. Maine Marine Patrol says they are continuing to search today. They are focusing on the waters of Petit Manon Point with aerial search efforts from the Army National Guard and Maine Forest Service. Coming up at 10:11, we have a little more information coming from Maine Marine Patrol on that continued search and the new developments that they'll be working on coming tomorrow when they continue that search. We've had a couple different breaking news coming out of the area of Route 202 in Windham. Most recently today, a woman in the hospital after being struck by a vehicle this morning in Windham. Windham police say they responded to the intersection of Route 202 in Sweat Road just after 11 o'clock this morning. Say a woman was seriously injured when she was hit by a car. At this point, no charges have been filed against the driver, and police say alcohol does not appear to be a factor. Well, anybody who's been outside today, it's been a beautiful weekend so far, not one we've seen too often this summer. A lot of nice sunshine, warmer temps, and more of that coming on the way. Let's bring in our meteorologist, Emily. Emily, thank you so much. I know you've been sort of following these things. What can you tell us about, at least for the day tomorrow? For tomorrow, we'll start off with some sun, and then we are tracking some showers and storms for the afternoon hours. The new models are coming in. They came in just about 10 minutes ago, so I've been updating stuff for that as well. Taking a look at our current satellite and radar, we have nothing going on so far. A little bit of a sea breeze. Those moving, you can see that the wind is moving onshore right now.
So far, though, we're currently sitting in the 70s, low 70s on the coast, a couple of 60s on there too. Freiburg, Lewiston, you're in the mid 60s. Still pretty warm at the 9 o'clock hour. Dew points are looking good too. It's been really sticky out here lately. We're in the low 60s, so we're still feeling a little sticky. It's a little bit uncomfortable out there. Dew points are actually on the rise right now. Last time I looked, they were in the mid to low 50s. So it's becoming more, the humidity is growing out there. Tonight, though, we'll be in the mid to upper 50s. Some areas will be in the low 60s. Still pretty warm. You may want to grab a fan. If you're like me, I don't like sleeping in the heat. So a fan will be great for tonight, as we'll be in the low 60s. So tomorrow we'll turn around for 80s. We'll be low 80s on the coast. A little bit warmer on the interior, with the mid 80s. So our day planner for tomorrow will already be at 70 degrees by 8 a.m. The sun will be out most of the day. We're tracking some showers and storms, like I said, for the afternoon hours. So live tonight at 10, we'll have more details on that.
Emily, sounds good. And again, as Emily just mentioned, her full forecast coming up tonight at 10 on Fox and 11 on CBS. Emily, thanks so much.
Of course.
Awesome. I understand that this has been a particularly more than other times, a particularly sad. We have a lot of really tragic stories coming out that we've been sort of following this weekend. So, of course, I want to try to end on a little bit of a light note here. Actually, coming up from further north of the state, a really interesting story and really trying to get the word out for a little girl who was searching for seashells over the weekend, made an unlikely discovery on a Maine beach. 7-year-old Parker Russell was beachcombing during a family visit to Stockton Springs when she found a ring, more specifically, a possible wedding band. It's 10-karat gold and around a women's size 6.5. Now, Parker wants to return it to its rightful owner.
Looking for shells with my dad, and then I just saw a shell I wanted, and then I went and picked it up, and then there was the ring under it.
What are you now?
A little pirate.
The ring was found on the shores of a beachfront Airbnb. The owner of the rental house, Paul Barclay, says many people pass through the beach on a summer's day, so there's no telling who the ring belongs to. All right, well, thank you for tuning in. This is all that we have right now for Weekend Headlines. We have all these stories and much, much more with everything we've been covering this weekend, including Emily's full forecast. That's coming up tonight at 10 in just under an hour over on Fox 23 and 11 at CBS 13. Awesome. Well, thank you very much for tuning in, and hopefully we will see you coming up later tonight.
You've been watching live interactive coverage from CBS 13 and Fox 23. Make sure to stay connected with CBS 13 and Fox 23 on air, online, and through these social channels. Thank you for